Hello again, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you all so much for taking the time to support the channel. My name's Hello Good Game, and I'm pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena Deck Guide video, showcasing a new standard Best of 1 Mythic rank Esper control build. That is a blue, black, and white deck that looks to go slow and basically remove not only all of our opponents' permanents from the game, but all of the fun that they'll be having as well. We're breaking down the deck list in depth within the video, discussing these strategies and synergies held within, giving you as deep as possible of an understanding exactly how to pilot that deck effectively and efficiently, right? Furthermore, we'll demonstrate this against the best decks and players in-game within our ranked gameplay footage, and finally wrapping up with our closing thoughts, deck review, and channel news. If you want to help out, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. No more complaining, right, about slow players. No more AI thumbnails. I read these comments, don't you worry. I'm looking to please, right? So don't hold back. If there's anything ever that I can improve, please let me know in those comments. And of course, you can join that community Discord, link in the Linktree link in the description below if you're ever looking to share your deck or you need help with a personal build, whatever it happens to be, right? So we live to serve. Cheers, it has been my pleasure. I hope you enjoy today's Esper control deck. Let's take a look.
It's a new lap record!
Here we are. New cards within the build, which I think we should just right out of the gate talk about. You all know what a control deck is. You know the Esper colors, and you know a lot of the older cards that have already been existing for months previous. So Deadly Cover-Up, a brand new card, 5 mana, and one of my favorites. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may collect Evidence 6. So this means exiling from your own grave cards with total mana value 6. Easy. Not too shabby. We're, consistently casting removal, which is then in our graveyard, and, we'll take the field wipe when we get there. Destroy all creatures, and then if evidence was collected, exile a card from their graveyard, and if you do, you will also grab it from their hand, from their library as well, which is great. They're going to exile those, and then if they had one leave their hand, they're actually going to draw a card and shuffle, which is fine. So not only is this good in the aggro matchups, right? Destroying all creatures, phenomenal. And to a certain extent, taking one of their threats, but aggro decks have many threats. Where this has really been quite nice is in the control matches, and specifically in Best of 1, where we face both of those matches without the interaction of our sideboard in between games, right? So we can just clean up the field. Goodbye aggro decks, see you later. Hit the Boros deck, take their knight, salute, things like this. But we can also hit a control deck, take their Jace, right? They play one Jace, they mill a Gabillion. You take their Jace from the graveyard and the rest of them from their deck. And control decks specifically only have so many threats, which is where this collect evidence has been shining, right? So in the mid-range decks, where there's like Atraxa, for example, as like their big threat, or whatever that single threat is that they're building to. I like to use Bonehorde Dracosaur. I'd be heartbroken if someone took that from me. Jace is a big one as well. And then the Destroy is phenomenal. So, before we just have a whole stream about Deadly Cover-Up, let's talk about another new card in the deck, which I love. Intrude on the Mind, 5 mana, instant speed, which is what makes it shine. Revealing the top 5 cards of your library and separating them into 2 piles. An opponent's going to choose one of the piles. We get to put that pile into our hand, and the other goes into the graveyard. And then we create a Thopter 0/0 with flying, with +1/+1 counters equal to the number of cards put into our graveyard this way. That's an instant speed blocker, right? It is a flash-based attacker, I guess, as well, right? If you want to hit a Planeswalker or something, as well as a draw spell. And, very, very good. 5 mana is not terrible, because you're going to get to draw 1, 2, maybe even 3 cards, I don't know. And get a creature. Maybe you just use that creature to chump block to protect your Planeswalkers, right? While drawing now maybe a field wipe or something. So Very cool. I absolutely love it. And then we'll be utilizing another new card here, No More Lies, 2 mana, instant speed, counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. If a spell was countered this way, it's going to go straight into exile instead of going to the graveyard, which is great, right? And then, of course, we'll also be utilizing the new lands, the Surveil lands, I believe to be quite beneficial in a control deck where we don't really need to curve out as aggressively. We don't mind playing tapped lands. And the Surveil 1 gives us the opportunity to find our next land, which we need to curve into our field wipe potentially, or that next removal spell, and basically acts, it's not a scry. Scry might be a little better because we're not using our graveyard so much. We just put it to the bottom. That would be better because we're living in a Jace world apparently. But it's still pretty good. I still like it quite a bit. Okay, so those are all of the new cards in deck, and they're there. So alongside Deadly Cover-Up, we're still using Sunfall. It's too good not to use, and we'll incorporate another field wipe within Path of Peril here. You can cleave it if you want to destroy everything. If not, it's 2 or less. Sunfall's going to give you the Incubate token, which is pretty cool as well, right? Other draw, like Intrude on the Mind within our Memory Deluge, right? You guys already know what this does for 4. Look at the top cards of your library equal to the mana spent on this spell, and then put 2 into hand, recasting it from 7 with flashback from your grave. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We will also carry a Dissipate in deck to accompany our No More Lies for 3 mana, countering target spell. It will also go into exile instead of the graveyard, which is quite nice. Some removal in deck will include 2 copies of Cut Down for 1, total power and toughness 5 or less, being destroyed at instant speed. 3 copies of Get Lost at 2 mana at instant speed, destroying creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. And then its controller will create 2 map tokens. And then sustaining ourselves with Sunset's Revelry. 2 mana sorcery speed if they have more creatures, create 2 1/1s. If they have more life, gain 4 life. If they have more cards, draw a card. Pretty ridiculous. As well as the Celestus. If it's neither day nor night, as it enters, that cycle will start for 3 mana that can tap to add mana of any color. Furthermore, you can pay 4 with a tap, because itself is that mana, right? So pay 3 plus tapping itself to force that cycle. And the cycle, if you don't cast, either player on day goes to night. When you're on night, you'll need to double cast to get it back, right? Okay, so that's that. We have more removal within the Void Rend, just taking anything that we can't get to with the rest of the deck, specifically artifacts, right? That's the only removal that we will have that can take artifacts. So, food for thought. We also don't, sell yourself short. You've got all the counter spells that can target them as well, but we'll always need to be prioritizing our spell interaction with our opponents. So keep that in mind. And then we've got Planeswalkers to accumulate additional value. The Wandering Emperor here, 3 starting loyalty, 4 mana with flash, activating loyalty abilities at instant speed the turn she enters the battlefield. +1, putting a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It will also gain first strike until the end of turn. -1, creating a 2/2 with vigilance. And then -2, exiling tap target creature. You gain 2 life. 2 copies of Jace for 4, 5 starting loyalty. It is completed, so you can pay 3 and lose 2 life, but then only 3 loyalty as it enters. +1 until your next turn. Target creature gets -3, -0 until end of turn. -2. That player mills 3 cards, and then if the graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, you'll draw 3 cards, otherwise just draw a single card. And then finally, -X, they're going to draw mill 3 times X, which is great. Teferi here finally as our last Planeswalker, 4 mana, 4 starting loyalty, +1, choosing up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap those permanents you control, and then tap the permanents that you don't control and gain 2 life, which is great. Furthermore, you can -2 to look at the top 3 cards of your library, putting 1 of them into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. And finally, -7, getting an emblem with you untap all permanents you control at the beginning of your opponent's untap step, and you'll draw a land card at the beginning of their draw step or whatever, right? Which is really, really good. And then finally, the crowning jewel will be our Virtue of Persistence for 7, an enchantment that allows us to, at the beginning of your upkeep, bring back a creature from a graveyard into the battlefield under our control. Furthermore, it doubles as removal via Lochthwain Scorn at sorcery speed. Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn, and you'll gain 2 life, so some sustainability here as well, which is quite nice to mitigate any aggro deck damage. Woo! Woo! Let's go. We have some utility lands as well. The Abandoned Mire is here. Right, grabbing, it's going to mill and then grab a Planeswalker or let a creature back, which is great. Soaring City can bounce a permanent to the hand, which is great. And Eiganjo can deal 4 damage to attacker or blocker, which is pretty cool. Mirrex as a creature land, making the Mites, which is really, really good in the control deck. Field of Ruin, here to destroy other creature lands, including the Mirrex. We also will be utilizing the Fortress, the Anchorage, and the Reef as our own creature lands, right? The Anchorage makes a map token to explore. The Fortress deals 2 damage and you'll gain 2 life when it attacks, and the Reef will mill them for 4, which is quite good when it attacks. We have some dual lands and some basics to keep us through to the end of the day if there's any land destruction. More on that throughout the video, lol. But that is the deck. Last card that I did not discuss, which is, you know, just as good as the Virtue of Persistence. In our removal slot will be the Hornlocked Whale for 6 mana as a 6/6 with Flash and Ward 2. It enters the battlefield tapped if it does so on your opponent's turn. All right, so no flash block here. However, you do have the Lagoon Breach for 2 at instant speed, returning, attacking, or blocking creature you don't control to its owner's top or bottom of library. They get to choose, which is very good as well. Okay, so that is the first iteration of Murders at Karlov Manor Esper Control from your boy HGG. Been having a lot of fun with it, trying to you know, mix it up. I'm typically an aggro player. I play a lot of mid-range, sometimes combo, but you know, there's just so much of that out right now that, you know, why not experiment with some of these new control cards? And I'll tell you what, I absolutely love Intrude the Mind. I absolutely love Deadly Cover-Up, and I think you'll be seeing a lot more of this deck from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord. Link in the description below. Linktree. Click it, join Discord, post your decks, share your decks. If you have any questions, you need some help with the build. Oh, I don't have this new mythic. What can I, you know, whatever, put in its place. Hit us up. We'd love to help. Enjoy today's video. Our opponent's going to go first. We do have good land and a nice start. Life gain. Oh no. Surveil for our 4th and 5th land. This may need to be our second black source here. Not bad. I might keep it. Right, we can Memory Deluge for a land potentially here as well. Voice of the Blarst. Spot removal. Very good. Should we dunk on this? Just leave it there. It's an easy Void Rend. I don't know. Maybe we'll save it. Actually, I think we should. Because then the cover-up can take everything else, right? The creatures. We should take that. I think so. We'll wait, though, right? I wonder if they have a secondary voice or an Amelia. Okay, I respect that. And a Gix. That's pretty cool too, right? Ooh. Can't say no to that. Let's pass over. The chump blockers would have been acceptable if not for what's about to income. I think we take, like, let's just Memory Deluge, get the confirmed land, right? Pretty sure. Hit him with the Sunfall. It's all good. Right? Should be enough value. I mean, 5 damage isn't too much. Meow. Hello, Teddy Toes. In for 4. Not even the full. Let's take a land or 2. We need that second black source, right? Take our draw. I get it. It's not great. But, I mean, it's certainly not bad here. Then we can take their voice with our deadly cover-up. What does bad take? The cover-up or the Emperor? Takes the concede button. Great match. Going first with an acceptable land, we can potentially surveil the second land with our first. And since we're on the play, you know, it's okay to go a little bit slower, right? Not a land has to go to the grave. Ooh. So now we're definitely playing slow. And we really want that third land off the top. Thank you. Please don't remove my Celestus. Green has access to artifact removal in abundance. That's fine. Just absolutely blast it, right? There are scarier things, but it is what it is. We can counter here. No. Land off the top. Great news. I think Jace is out. And Jace is just going to draw us a card, right? We get their bat, which is actually pretty good. We get a cut down, which is not bad. Jace has 3 loyalty tokens. Let me scrooch myself down a little bit. Mosswood taking the draw to 19. Bat is out. Doesn't matter what they take. All right, we have 2 removal options, so... blue. And then untap. And remove. And take a draw. Another tortoise, another bat, and a Gix's command. Not too shabby. This Golgari deck is no joke. One of the best decks in game. And it's, I think, a lot to do with this Mosswood Dread Knight. The value. So good. Alright, I'm just going to interrupt this explore. Let's take a draw. We like it. Land out, Jace up. Submit 0. You can be made to obey. We have 5, 6. We'll cast Intrude the Mind. We're not casting on the turn, so it triggers a day-night cycle. I like Memory Deluge quite a bit. I think Sunset's Revelry can maybe just skedaddle. We're not playing against an aggro deck so much. It's pretty mid-range, so I think that's can go. This is fine. Third land out. Glissa, you're good. Okay. Oh my god. The land. Oh. No. I think, so just to talk about this for a second, we leave all 4 land in one pile, take the Planeswalker, and then they're not going to give us the Planeswalker because it dunks on Glissa. So they're going to give us the 4 land, I think, which is great. Or maybe we should split it more. So at least we do get like a 2/2 out of it, which doesn't mean much, but that's a tough decision. On the draw, no blue. That's fine. I mean, we have an emergency blue. Oh, well. All is fine. Truly. Great. Draw off the top. I like the Iron Crag. I don't think that's terrible. Ooh, really getting after it there. Celestus with the Iron Crag is a good start. Interesting. Not a bad mill. Unless they're a mill deck. Pass over. They have 7 mana. That's crazy. Do they have a counterspell here? We will see. Could also just be protection on the land.
That's coming off.
Nope. They do take the Emperor though. That's not bad, right?
Not much of a roadblock.
They have no lands to destroy. I could main phase this maybe. Or just use Ruin later. Let's chill out. I need to see a threat before we use Deadly Cover-Up. All basic lands, hey? Wow. Okay, let's Mirrex then. This is equally as good to continue doing. I don't want to main phase this at 6. Let's swing in. Maybe we just keep slow rolling. Not having that second blue is pretty brutal. But it is what it is. They're manually cycling. Interesting. Every time they discard, they're at risk. Like, as soon as we find a threat, we're going to take that. Or you just cast it on an empty field. Okay. Mirrex is out again. That's fine. Literally worthless. Just keep applying poison counters. You know, I'm tempted to Jace. If it weren't for that single blue source. That's okay. I suspect we will see a field wipe here. Oh, no. So they're going to take the counter. Or make them pay. I'm going to let them look and take what they want. They should take Intrude. But they could easily pay. So maybe they just take the counterspell, which is still very much a threat to them. Right? So they're not getting the counterspell and something else. It's just like, if you want the counter, there it is. You're going to have to actually take it. I think, right? Because everything else was already at threat of being lost. So, or at risk. So, you know, it takes the counterspell, which is, we would have been giving them that anyways if we cast it. So, ooh! Okay, but I have my land to just dunk on Jace. And we're at 38. Okay. I see how it is, homie. Oh, they're going right for it. Wow. Wow. Crazy. I think at this point the might counters are better. Should we just Jace them? Be like, I can do it too? No, take their Jace, and then it's a dead deck. But then I lose my mites! That's the cost of doing business, baby. We literally have lethal next turn. Just wait one turn? Big chillin'. We can at least interact with their Jace. Somewhat. I do want to take all their Jaces, but I also, if I can just close out the game with poison counters, I'm going to do that, obviously. Oh, they're doing it to me. In my Jaces in the graveyard. And they can pay for this. Oh, I hate my life. We should have done it. We should have done it. I don't know, just tap them out. We're going to lose all our Jaces, which isn't actually that bad. I'm going to take their Jaces, whatever. We tap them out with forcing them to pay 3 there. So we can just get in. It's still going to just might. We're close. Oh, you're so funny. Yeah, it's a good thing we did it. I kind of wanted to wait longer, but we don't have enough cards to wait. We should have not even waited that long. We should have done it because I was like, oh, I don't want to lose my mites, but then we did anyways, right? So we should have acted a little earlier there. No more Jace for you, but there's still threats, and we only have 20 cards. They have 38. Should we mill them with our reef? Is that a good play? Oh, whale's great. Or just try to close them out with the toxic counters. I don't mind this as a play because we don't really have a play line of our own. But we're not dealing damage. Let's just wait on these toxic mites. Pass turn? Keep Mirrexing. Yeah. Oh, I should have fielded and then Mirrexed. Because this comes in untapped, right? Totally. So we could sack this, grab our land, and then Mirrex. Oh. They grabbed our whale. And kind of milled us, too. Nice. That goes in the deck. Leave it there, because we don't want to mill, you know? Up to 8, and we should be able to take them out. They're going to have the whale, though, right? Any creatures in grave that we want to take with the virtue? Not in my graveyard. Not in their graveyard. And turn. So they get a field. Sunset's fine. It's not great, but whatever. Maybe I should have killed my own token so they didn't get theirs, then made mine back. Oh, that was the play. Okay, I just misplayed. We can easily remove them too, though, right? There's nothing to bring back. Who cares? There's literally no creatures in the grave. I already looked. I think we just leave it. Make our 2 mites, remove their 2 creatures, and attack. Hopefully they don't have instant speed on us. How does the whale stay there forever? That could be problematic. Sure. I mean, it's not great. Yeah. Yeah. They get these forever, hey? For as long as they remain exiled. Dang, dude. So, I mean, we know the play line. We still have to get bounced by it anyways. Hopefully don't force another. Okay. We still have enough for another token. They're going to whale this one, whatever. I mean, not whatever. It kind of sucks. I'm down to 10 cards. They have 32. If they get another one of these black cards, we lose. Which I'm sure they're running multiples of, right? So that actually works really good in the mill deck. Wow. Acceptable. Very good. An absolute miserable matchup between control decks. Are you having fun? They don't have Jace, so they do have to kind of beat us the old-fashioned way with that other black card. Whether or not they've identified that or not as their strength is going to be something else. If I can find my next field wipe, which I don't even know that I have because of the first mill, the deadly cover-up, we could take it. I don't think we do, though. It looked like there's 2 over there, so... Yikes. That's my Teferi. Not impressed about that. We have them at 8. Come on, Mirrex. Take us home, baby. We're so close. We just got to deal with that whale. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay. That's not good. Close. No cigar. Did you know they gave cigars to children at the fair? Right? I'm actually not entirely certain about that. I think, though. My opponent is literally toying with me. I have 9 cards left. They have 26. They have no Jace, but they do have that other mill card. I have stuff, but they've got 30 life, you know? And the Mirrex, I'm really trying to get to town with that Mirrex. We have a whale. They have my other whale. Wish I had both whales. Right? Then we can maybe put some pressure in. That's a big draw. Wow. Down to 21. That's still way more cards than I have. This is a mill 3, mill 4. But I think the Mirrex does have a better chance. All right. We take their mill land, obviously. We can't afford that. We lose a mana because we don't actually have replacement land. We lose our mitt. We lose our mitter. So that's not great either. You know, it's good entertainment. They've got 20, we're at 9. They have so many cards in hand. Should we junk on Teferi? I don't even know. This is the worst. No, you go. Yeah, another basic or two would be good. Well, I mean, typically not a problem, but they all got milled, right? All of our basic land got slammed with that Jace mill, which is a bit of a bummer. That is going to set them ahead in many ways. I don't think it's worth it get lost, though. I think we just need to continue to focus on the mites. They have 8 poisons. What I would do for a proliferate spell. Yep. So they're, you know, probably sitting on a really nice hand. Some counter spells, some removal, right? A lot of mana. Heck, some draw. I should be worried about the whale, if anything. Yeah, and that's what we were worried about earlier. So maybe we can't even draw that. Well, we do have a dissipate here. But that's double blue. And all of our draw is also double blue. Good game. I had fun. I think that's great. Really, really cool match. We took their Jace, but we couldn't, and because their first Jace milled it, we couldn't get to take that other mill card they had. Ah, that's so good. Our opponent will be going first. I think that's considered cheating, isn't it? No. A cave, sunken citadel. You should stay. You're a draw engine, so just skedaddle. Hideout. Kellen. It's a draw engine, so we take it. Land out, that's fine. Bring it back, maybe? Celestus out, Get Lost is up, past the turn. Ooh, it's gonna make a token. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna take the Planeswalker. And then I wonder, what else is going on over there? You know? Just take it. Leave it. It's 5/5, who cares? I'd love to hold up a counterspell. Jace minus isn't terrible. Maybe we just take 5 damage. Pass it tonight. We get a draw and discard. I don't mind. I do not mind. Let's see what we get. Just a land. I think it can go. I don't mind getting hit for, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's early on. It doesn't matter too much. It's not an aggro deck. I would rather get additional value if possible. Another killing on top, okay. Interesting. Let's tap this for blue here. It's brutal, bro. We may want more basics in deck. They're all in play and in the grave already. Kind of wild. Still killing. Hit for 7. I mean, you said you wanted it. Yeah. Okay, well. Let's play Teferi. Untap Adelphia. Push over, get lost, can take it. Interesting. So that's a card. Land out, gain life. This gets a +1 counter. Yeah. Up to 9. Here's attackers. Keep our Jace, Teferi alive. Don't call him Jace. That's disrespectful. And then they're looking for lands, which is fine, whatever. Play your Kellen. Yes. So this counterspell becomes less and less useful as we continue. But whatever. Them tapping out is nice. I don't mind. It's a good land. Oh, they just make the maps. Okay. Yup. It can go. Or we actually just toss Demoralize, because we are long past that with this deck. They are ramping out. Right? At this point, I think it's going to be just a minus. Or do we want in their grave? But then we would die. Because we're at 4-5. We could jump right to 7. That's probably a later thing. Let's just take our look-see. I don't think we played a land in a minute. Let's get that out. Second blue source would be great. Here it is. We're relying on the Celestus basically right now. And, yeah, it's a Sunfall. They get their land cards back, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. Backup Slugurk in play. They're going to dunk on our land, which I cannot replace. I don't appreciate that. Nice. That's terrible for me. That is so bad. Dang, dude. Not a fan. Clearly. Are you saying that you thought you were a fan this entire time? They're going to get another, if I kill it, they're going to bring it back again. That's effed up, dude. And I'm running out of land. Right? But then that's all they have is land. Do they have creature lands active? No. So take another draw. You wanted the land. Here's the land. Second blue source, second black source. We need both. Kind of need black more. And then that makes it not as bad, right? We still just clean up. Because that's a draw engine. Hilarious. They understand. They're like, I'm taking another one. Yeah. Ooh. They're at 37. We're at 40. Ugh. Gross. Nice again. Hopefully it's not another slogger. So more basic land, obviously, I guess. That's on me. They're milling themselves. I love it. More land for ourselves. I love it. You're pretty good, I guess. If there's any trouble cards. Black and then untap. Take that. We hold up the Wandering Emperor. We could also get a massive Jace minus out. Do we like that? Or should we save it until it's lethal? They have the Anchorage, so we're going to actually hold up the Wandering Emperor. Just so we don't lose Teferi. Yep.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Taking their land. Very nice.
Done.
I mean, they've got plenty of land, but they should... oh no, this is sorcery speed. They have to do it, but that mill is so good. Down to 29. They're going to leave that there. I think that's what they're looking for. Perfect time to mill, right? I'll decline this, I guess. Because we don't want to discard Jace or anything. At which point... we still want to dunk on this. And we want to do a massive mill. Let's do our mill first. -4.
I pull one thread, and your entire mind unravels.
In the land. Now, do we chump block here? We have the Restless Cottage to also worry about, right? So... I think... we're going to need a minus here for a token.
I guess that's it then. Let your blade do the talking.
And then we hold up Rend. So we block the bear. And we take out the cottage. Right? Dunk on their land. Oh, non-land. Oh, no. So that's kind of annoying. What are they at? 16? Okay. We're at 28 life. We should be able to sustain ourselves until we get them. We could double chump block, I guess. Makes sense to me. If they have instant speed removal, that would not be great, but we'll try. I like them both to survive, please. Teferi can find a field wipe. Ooh. Well, I mean, that's why we kept this. Land out minus. Big money, no whammies. Where's the black removal? That gets vigilance, doesn't it? Big time. We have 7 mana. It's okay. I'm just going to mill 3, I think. Well, no, we neuter one. But then they still have the land. Jace will die. I'm taking it. Things didn't go as planned. Oh! Hashtag my bad. Wrong order. I don't care about your life total either, though. So much. It's certainly increased now, though. Okay. End turn. They have 12 cards left. We do have a second Jace. Right? Not 2 G-Gen. I'd only run 2 of them in deck, so... It's not our main strategy, but it's definitely there. I think it's strong enough that you could focus on it, though. If you wanted. Oh my gosh. Nice. I have 36 in deck. They're at 11.
I'm not overconfident.
Let's take land. Grab some life. Keep Teferi alive. Should we play Slogger and get some of our lands back? Right, just slow the progression down. With a blocker, that's fine. They are at 9. Holy bro. When are you gonna leave me alone with these Fields of Ruin? They've been dunking on us all game because I don't have enough basic lands in deck. Very good, very good. Cottage Adelphia. Yeah, that's what I mean. We just need some blockers. They might get us. If I don't top deck a field wipe, we're done. We do get our Belle of the Ball, though. Right? Ooh, Sarah is what we take. Oh, but I don't have creatures. Block the 4. It's kind of hard to tell who is attacking us there. Teferi is dead anyway, so field wipe off the top, of course. I still have creature lands, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Ooh, the black field wipe off the top. Force them to draw. That's a bad draw, though. How many lands do I have in my grave? That's hard. I think we should take this, though. Take that next turn to kill Titania. This turn, take your own. Okay. You need the land to meld. See. But I don't want to take our removal until theirs is out and it wasn't played yet. Now it's been played. We can take it so it doesn't transform, right? So we're just kind of taking something else. Which, a 3/4 blocker, I guess. I kind of want to maybe leave that there. Slogger's 3/3. Well, stop 1 extra damage. probably take the kill. Slogger can get our lands, that would be good. Oh, nice, okay. No trample at least, but down to 8. We need a field wipe. Where are all my field wipes? I have so many of them. Hello? Down to 8. 18 lands engrave. Oh my gosh. Get lost too. Nice. Where did he go? Did he get exiled? So that's super problematic. How am I blocking it? Well, the Angel's at least a land. Slogger's a land. They exiled their own Urtai. So I can't actually deal with this. And it has haste and like trample. Oh my god, we're dead, dude. Nice. I just need a field wipe off the top. Okay, well, it's a draw. Two, 3 mana only. Well, just single target removal, right? Come on, big money, get lost. So slow. So close. Three mana does nothing. I don't think we can survive, can we? The life gain is good. That helps. Decline this. Ooh, uh-oh. I don't know if we survive this. And by I don't know if we survive this, I mean good game. We're so close. Like, where are all our field wipes? Halfway through our deck, and we seen a 1, the Path of Peril. Dang. Great game. No single target removal there for us either. Them exiling their own graveyard, where they took their Urtai. Phenomenal. That was a good play. Or else, I think we could have had this match. Right, we got them down to 7 cards. No block. Not much point. Good game to use. Oh my lord. So, a lot of aggro decks out and about. However, I feel like there's also a lot of Jace decks out and about. So now, with this being said, I think that we should I didn't want to just build a Jace deck, right? So a couple copies, you know, get the mill when you need it. I think that if you did just focus in on that, it could be a more successful build than, you know, spreading it with everything. I would not drop the Deadly Cover-Up, though, because that is, you know, the Emperor's New Clothes. That's a good card. I absolutely love this cover-up. And Intrude on the Mind is honestly just as good as far as I'm concerned. These two new Control-esque cards have been a lot of fun. No More Lies is pretty cool. Early game, I don't know about running like 4 copies of it really, unless you're like a super tempo deck. I feel like in a control deck where you're often going into turn 7 to 10, it doesn't really hold its effectiveness. So maybe, that's something that we look at trimming back. And, that's the nature of the beast. There's new cards. We're going to experiment with them and find where they show their strengths more so, right? And, we get a little bit of a downfall here in the control deck, as I said, because they can go out in length, at which point your opponent's going to have a ton of mana as well. So, cheers. Thanks for watching. Are there any other new cards that you think would go good in the deck? We seen the new black exile your opponent's graveyard. You may play those cards. Double black X. I think that goes in the deck very, very well. Also, I like the blue card, but if we were to focus in on the mill, I think that just taking our opponent's graveyard would be great. Maybe it's just a Dimir deck at that point, which is fine. But I wanted to play with No More Lies, so I figured that Esper would be good. The Dimir Mill might be the name of the game there. Am I missing any white cards that really make running Esper worthwhile versus the Dimir? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a magical day. You can like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord if you ever want to share your deck or you're looking for help with your deck. We live to serve, of course. And just thank you all so much. Have a magical day. I'll see you soon in the next.